Electric Commodore has been developed in Melbourne with the help of the CSIRO. It's claimed to halve fuel consumption without loss of comfort or power. But even if you think that's fantastic, don't be in a rush to go out and buy one, because the sleek and silent ECommodore is just for research at the moment. It will make its debut at the start of the Olympic torch relay at Uluru next month, however.
Good thing, clean car.
Yeah.
Good for the future. That's all from the 7...
Increases in the hefty government excise on fuel have left motorists crying foul. So a car that holds out the promise of halving fuel costs won't have any shortage of buyers. Well, the prototype of just such a car was launched today, and it's an all-Australian breakthrough from the CSIRO and Holden. Glenn Conley has the story.
You wouldn't know it, but we've just started the car and we're ready to go.
When it comes to making a pollution-free, electricity-powered car, this Holden Commodore is no ordinary prototype. Unlike its futuristic peers, this hybrid car looks and drives like any other.
It'll use half the fuel of the regular Commodore, and it reduces industrial, that is city-type pollution, by 90%. Of course, using half the fuel, it's 50% less greenhouse gas emissions, carbon dioxide.
Is what's behind you the sort of thing that in 20, 30, 50 years we will be driving?
Oh, sooner than that.
In the past, electric or solar-powered cars have looked more like spaceships, travelled at the speed of skateboards and cost a fortune. Laurie Spark from Holden says this Commodore will end up being cheaper than today's top-of-the-range Commodore.
The cost to the public will only be of the order of a couple of $1,000s more than a conventional car. The sort of additional cost that you could recoup within a couple of years of running just by reduced petrol costs.
The secret to this car is that it runs on electricity and petrol, using world-first technology designed by David Lamb and his team at Australia's CSIRO.
Full electric cars have the problem of the storage of the electricity or affordability. If you use a very high-tech battery, like a mobile phone, the battery pack is hugely expensive, like something like $30,000 worth. And also the weight. The battery pack for a full electric car can weigh 500 kilograms. That's half the weight of the car. So half the energy is used dragging the battery around.
What allows this car to look and drive like any normal vehicle is the battery. Hiding in the boot is a world-first, lightweight and comparatively tiny collection of 5 batteries, which will last for the life of the vehicle.
And when the car's accelerating, you've got to throw power from this end up to the electric motor. So there's all this interchange going on all the time, all being controlled by several very powerful computers in the car. That's what's magic about it.
You don't have to, but one of the advantages of this car, this Holden Hybrid, is that you can plug it into the wall overnight. So you can refuel it at the cheapest possible price, because household electricity is the cheapest form of power today.
The obvious main difference is the fact that the hybrid Commodore has 2 engines.
Yeah, there's a normal vector engine here, an electric motor, and then your normal transmission.
So normally it's going to run on the battery engine, but petrol will kick in?
Yep, it'll normally run when you're cruising on the electric motor here, and when you really want to go a bit quicker, the combustion or the normal vector engine comes in.
Dean Nicholson and Tim Newman are the 2 young engineers entrusted with designing and overseeing the construction of the hybrid Holden.
This is probably the most exciting project I've encountered here at Holden. It's a rare opportunity. You get to work on something that's so innovative and at the forefront of technology.
The proof, of course, is in the driving. And yesterday, on the eve of today's launch, we took it for a spin.
And this, the first real drive, a big moment for you? Yep, it's the end of 2 years of hard work. It's the first time we've been out with someone from the public. Let's go.
At highway cruising, you run just on the electric motor. So very quiet, very smooth, and very efficient. When you start to brake for the next set of lights, the electric motor actually does the braking for you and acts as a generator and charges the batteries and stores the power that you normally just put into the brakes and would be wasted as heat.
The ECommodore, as it will be known, runs mainly on electricity, which means no exhaust fumes. Yet the hybrid engine lacks nothing in power.
When you drive away, if you want to drive away at full power, then both the electric motor and the petrol motor together accelerate the car at the same speed as a V6.
Oh, I'm so excited, I can't tell you. It's fantastic, the engineering job they've done, the efficiency with in other words, what the money they've spent on it is a tenth, a hundredth of what overseas companies have spent achieving a similar result. I'm so proud of what they've done here.
Holden says this is a motoring and environmental breakthrough, years ahead of what other car makers in other countries have achieved. And unlike similar high-tech prototypes, it's more than just a pipe dream.
Your next model Commodore will have some of the features of this car in it, and the model after that will have even more features.
Fantastic. The sooner the better. Glenn Connolly with that report. And the hybrid Holden will be part of the Olympic torch relay in keeping with the Games' green theme. Back in a moment.
What it was going to